Hi, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk, the Elevated Brand Podcast. I am your host, Angelia Malbrew, your go to personal branding strategist and luxury brand photographer. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. Before we dive deep, I just want to ask a couple of questions. So, number one, have you thought about what your branding and your networking and your connections are going to look like in this new year? If you haven't, well, guess what? I have the podcast for you. So today we're going to dive deep into all things branding, business, building a life you want and deserve. But today's episode is special. It's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I do quite frequently, something that I love to do, love to talk about. So today we're going to talk about networking. We're going to talk about finding the right connections, how to take your brand to places you've never imagined, um, how to create the connections that you want to create, how to nurture them, and most importantly, how to leverage your network to grow your business and achieve your goals. Because if you're not doing that, like, what's the reason? And also, I want you to stay tuned because by the end of today's episode, we will have some actionable steps and strategies to help you to elevate through networking and relationship management. So, without further ado, let's hop right on into it. So, first of all, how was you guys' holiday? Did you get everything you want? Did you take the time that you needed to relax, reset, recharge? Because if you didn't, I hope that you are adding that to your things and list of things that you want to do and that you will do in this new year. So networking is something I love so very much. Networking isn't just about swapping business cards, or just adding connections in your phone or adding them on LinkedIn or um, getting a bunch of material from people that aren't truly your target audience. It's about building meaningful connections, relationships, and helping your brand to align with the goals that you see for your future. Also, the people that you would like to have in your Rolodex going forward. And actually creating that consistency in your business, because I know a lot of people, they either struggle with connecting with the right people or they struggle with consistency. So today we're going to get through all of that. We're going to talk through things that will help you to get beyond that, to create a better 2025. I know for me, like, anytime I do any type of networking, it helps me to identify people that should be in my circle as well as people that should not be there. So I'm so excited to share what I know about networking, the things that make it impactful for me and my brands and my business. Um, and to just give that to you guys, because I know I have had a lot of people since my podcast with the portrait system dropped. I've had a lot of photographers to reach out to me. I had a lot of photographers to follow me. And so, one of the most frequent questions that I have gotten so far is, how are you networking? Where are you networking? Where are you meeting people? Where are you finding the most impact as it relates to networking? So, with that being said, we're going to hop right on into it. So, number one, opportunities. Have you positioned yourself in a place and space where you feel like the opportunities you have to network are quality networking opportunities? And I know that there are a lot of groups and communities and stuff out there that you could definitely join and be a part of, but are they worth your investment? That's one question that I decided, I think maybe a third of the way through last year, is that I'm going to be very, very intentional going forth about the connections that I'm making, the people that I am connecting with, the people that I am allowing into my space, into my business, into my brand, to be a client, to be a connection, to be a referral partner. Because sometimes you can connect with people and for your intention, you come in with a pure heart and you're saying, okay, I want to make this connection valuable and I want to make this connection something that is going to be meaningful for the both of us. But you may connect with somebody that has a totally different intention on the relationship building. So I want you guys to start asking these three questions before you connect with people and bring them into your audience. One, is it beneficial for the both of us? Because you deserve a better process than being a one-way street person. So like me, I connect with a lot of people, and I also found that that could have been part of a bigger issue that I found last year with connecting with the wrong people. So how do you figure that out? How do you get through all of that? So number one, is this a meaningful connection? Number two, like I said, goes back to the initial number 1A. Is this going to be a two-way street beneficial relationship? Because if it's not, like, you don't want to be doing all the work and you're doing all the referring, and then the other person is not referring anybody to you. They haven't told anybody about your brand or your business, and you're doing all of the promotion. So nobody wants to do that. Like, if you're going to do that, you may as well just buy a Facebook ad. And number three, I want to urge you to think about where you're investing your money, where you're investing your time. Are you investing in quality groups? Are the groups that you're connected with, like, are you even getting business from those groups? I know that I have been a part of many, many, many groups, from Chamber of Commerce to the NAACP to different communities and groups. But what I have found was a lot of people in those groups, they were just like me. Like, they were trying to promote their brands and their businesses too. But a lot of them, like I said on a while back on one of the posts that I made, like, I ended up connecting with a bunch of people that I got a ton of business cards from. They weren't in business for real. Like, they just had an LLC and they were pretending, they were putting on the show that they were in business, and they weren't out there networking. They weren't connecting with people. They weren't educating people on what they did. And so it ended up being just a card grab, a material grab. And so I don't want that for you guys. I want you guys to be connecting with people that are in business seriously. They are really trying to promote their business. They're really trying to do business with you. And I want you guys to think about moving forward, like how you're going to be that person when you show up to networking events, and how you're going to make that transition over to, and not saying you're doing things wrong right now, but what I'm saying is everybody has room to grow. So until you get to the point where, you have consistent leads, you have consistent clients, and you are in groups that align with your brand, your mission, and your purpose, I think, you should definitely be trying to tweak that thing, tweak your process, tweak, your networking efforts, where you're going, who you're meeting up with, the time you're investing networking, and what that is going to look like on a grand scheme for you. All right. I also want you to think about, when you're connecting with people, delivering that know, like, and trust factor. Like, one, they don't know you. So don't go in there expecting them to be a referral partner immediately when you haven't built that relationship. Number two, give value. Always be in a giving mindset, because I'm telling you, when you give, you get back. Like, it comes back to you 100-fold. And number three, I want you to naturally feel the need to recommend somebody. And it may be that person that's on your social media feed. You see that they are doing great things. Like, they are not out here scamming people. They are out here doing the right thing. They're trying to promote their business, and they're not getting the attention that they deserve. Maybe you have someone in your audience that may be a good fit. It's okay to share that post. It's okay to recommend people if you know that these people are doing right now. And I'm not telling you go and recommend people that are, don't have the right intentions in their business, or if they're doing some shady business practices. I'm not telling you to go do that, but I am telling you to refer people, like, show up for other people, because people will start showing up for you if they see that you're doing that for them. Now, I'm not saying you got to fill your whole timeline up with spam, and I'm calling it spam because if you do it too much, people will start looking at you as like, okay, she's spamming the comments. But I don't want you to do that. I do want you to start thinking about somebody that you can pour back into. Next thing, credibility and social proof. When you're connected with well-known individuals and or organizations in your industry, it helps to elevate your authority and your reputation. So are you building that credibility? Are you out meeting people? Are you meeting them in the community? Are you going to the networking events? Or are you even going to their place of business? Because a lot of times what I found that if you go to the place of business and you just introduce yourself, hey, I'm Angelia, I'm a local photographer. I would love to connect with you, collaborate with you. If you have capacity on your calendar, I would like to have a meeting with you to talk about how we could collaborate and elevate each other's brands. Like, if you have people that get upset when you do that, then they are not the people you need to be connected with. I'm telling you, because if they are acting like that with you and you're trying to introduce them to your audience, your community, what do you think they're going to do when they're get the business when they get the business and they are in front of either you or the person that you refer to them? They're not going to respect it and they're not going to value it. So if you feel that early on, move on, and it's okay. You continue to go. It's not a loss on you, it's a loss on them, because if you know that you're out here doing the right things and you're representing your brand well and you're being what you are saying that you are on paper and you're being that in person, then I don't think it's a problem at all with you sharing who you are and what you do with people in your community, because you have to build your community. Okay? Nobody else is going to come do it for you. You have to do it. And it makes it easier. Like when you're in networking events, like they'll say, "Oh, I know Angelia from XYZ," or "She came to my studio, she came to my shop, she came to my office." And so it makes the transition easier when they are trying to, tell people about you and your business. All right. Number three, support system. Like, do you have a support system? If you don't have a support system in networking, let me tell you, you're already failing, my friend, because you need three things. One, you need a mentor. Two, yes, you need a mentor for networking. And I say that because just going into a networking event and standing up and not talking to anybody, that's not networking. That's not networking, friend. I want you to go in there and show up in your full glory as who you are and be strategic with your time. Like, don't stay in the corner talking to one person the entire night. Like, be like a little social butterfly. Like, go around and talk to other people, compliment people, have a conversation. Just be human, as my good friend Steve says. Like, just be human. Go and have a conversation with people, and it's okay, because 9 times out of 10, the people that you're looking at and you think that you may be a little bit intimidated to go up and have a conversation with them. Guess what? They're just as nervous as you, and so just go and break the ice and have a conversation. Um, you also need a plan, a marketing plan. Don't just go do it blind. Like, research networking events. Like, put yourself in a position where you can schedule a day out of the week and attend a networking event. Like, go to new places, go to new spaces. There are a lot of places here in Phoenix that locals go to, business owners go to, entrepreneurs go to. Like, they literally go and create co-working spaces in the most beautiful places here in Arizona. So I want you to check around your community and see if there are places that you would like to start doing a meetup group, or you would want to start connecting with other individuals and invite a couple of people out with you, and you guys do like a co-working day. That's a great way to network, and then you can record it on social media. Make sure you tag me because I want to see what you're doing. Record it on social media and show people that networking still is a thing. It still works, and it's okay to have a community of people. Now, on the other hand, I do want to recommend, number three, encouragement. You need encouragement. Networking is not for the faint at heart. If you are a introvert, it's going to be extremely hard for you, especially if you don't have the motivation, you don't have the encouragement, you don't have the community. But again, always find a way to fill out the community, find a way to see how you can start small, invite 2 or 3 people that you're familiar with, and have them to invite one more person, like one more new person that you met at the networking event that you went to the week before. Start doing like weekly, monthly meetups. Like, that's a great way to start doing connections. And I will also tell you, don't bring everybody that's in the same industry as you. Now, for instance, like if we are doing a photography meetup, like it is for a specific goal and reason. We are not networking as photographers because we have most of us have the same client. While we're not looking at each other as competition, there is a space and place there for you to be targeting the same people. So mix it up a little bit. Not saying you can't have the same industry in the room, but mix it up a little bit so that you can have a diverse crowd. Now, if you need help with that, I'm always available because I have my Elevated Brand Society, which has launched officially this month. So let me tell you a little bit about that before we move on. The Elevated Your Brand Society is for professionals, entrepreneurs, established women, and creators and people in business that are ready. And at first, initially, I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to do it for women. No, it's for the everyday professional entrepreneur that's ready to step out and do something different. Maybe you might be an introvert and you can come in and be paired up with someone that is an extrovert. So guess what? Now you got a wing woman, you got a wingman. But I want you guys to consider joining us in the Elevated Brand Society because it's going to help your business, it's going to help your brand, it's going to help your networking skills, it's going to give you tools and strategies that you can use in order to take your brand to the next level because I want you guys to grow. What have you set your financial goal for this year? If you haven't set your financial goal, it's time to do that. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I'll make sure that I put the link under the comment so that you guys can go fill out the application, learn more about it, come to our lunch party. We're going to have a lunch party at the end of this month, possibly the last Thursday of this month. I'm still working through the time frame with my location, but more than likely it's going to be the last Thursday of this month or the first Friday of February. So with that being said, I want you guys to consider joining us. Come to the lunch party so we can have a conversation all about it. I'll tell you all about it. You can sign up that day, but I want you guys to hit the ground running this year with networking, meeting new people, being in the right places, being in the right spaces, and joining a positive community of other entrepreneurs that don't just come to spectate. Like the people that join the Elevated Brand Society, these are not people that are spectators. These are people that are action takers. They are just like me. They are social butterflies. They like to learn. They like to know. They like to be in the know, and they like to help other people to grow. So if you feel like that this is a space that you would like to explore, I would love to have a conversation with you. If you have questions about it, reach out to me. I am very much approachable. So come to me. Let me know any questions you have about the Elevated Brand Society, and I welcome you to join us. Now, there is a fee because just like my good friend John Lee said, people that don't pay attention. So we don't want to create another free group where people just come and spectate and pass out a bunch of business cards. Nobody's leaving with business. Nobody's getting clients. Nobody's getting their business out to the masses. I don't want that for you. There's so many other free groups you can go and join, but this one, my friend, is going to be a paid group, and it is a premium membership. You can pay up front, save a little money, which is the best way, or you can pay a monthly membership. But I want you guys to do something. Whether you join with me or you join with some other group, I want you guys to consider joining us because we are going to have results and we have action driven people that are already in the community. So let me know if you have questions and I would love to welcome you in. All right, let's get back to the podcast. All right. And this is what I want to just drop in your spirit really quick. Think about this. Who's in your corner right now? And are those connections helping you to grow? And let me know. All right, now let's talk about how to network effectively. So, now that we know why connections matter, let's jump into how effective networking and goal setting and all of those things team up together. So, I want to share 3 strategies with you that I feel like would be very, very, very beneficial until you can join the Elevated Brand Society. Number 1, before attending a networking event or party, community, whatever, consider reaching out to someone and ask yourself before you reach out, I want you to ask yourself this: what is my goal? Are you looking for a mentor, a collaboration partner, or are you simply trying to build brand awareness? Because there has to be a goal for your networking. Be clear on your goals, and this will help you to provide the insight to yourself about what your intentions are and what they could be going for. All right. Next, I want you to give before you take. You know, in some communities on Facebook where it says, be willing to give more than you take, this still holds true in real life. Effective networking is not about asking, what can you do for me? Instead, asking, how can I support you? How can I tell someone about your business? What is the best ways for people to reach you, connect with you, and follow you on social media? Like, which platforms work best for you? Offer value first. That's important because this creates trust and it also ensures a foundation for a lasting friendship and relationship. And number three, let's not forget this part. I know I talked about it on one of the other podcast episodes that I did recently. Follow up consistently. Don't be one of those people that you connect with someone, you meet them at an event, and they never hear from you again. Because while you're there, you're saying all these great things about your brand and your business, and you never know. Those people may want to do business with you, but you haven't reached out to them. I have personally made it a point, like, because I go to a lot of networking events, you guys. When I go to an event, I have things in place so that I can reach out to those people immediately. Like, you will not forget who Angelia is, okay? And I want you guys to consider steps and metrics that you can impart in your business where you too can do the same thing. Like, you can go ahead and find ways to continue to keep that conversation going, keep it fresh, because they may not be a fit for you today, but 30 days from now, they may be ready for your services. They may be the client you have been waiting for. Okay. So don't miss out on the opportunity because you didn't follow up. All right. So I want you to think about this. Send a thank you email. And I know I'm dropping real tea in here today. Send a thank you email, schedule a coffee chat. Like, I love coffee chats. And also make sure you connect with them on social media. Engage with their posts. Stay relevant. Stay top of mind. It's essential to keep relationships active and alive. All right, let's move on to the next thing. I want you to think about how you can manage your relationship for long-term growth. So here's the thing. Once you build your connections, the step is to managing those connections effectively. I want to give 3 tips that you can use to start nurturing your network. Number 1, when you start organizing your community in your network and the people that you're dealing with, I want you to create a CRM. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can literally start with an Excel document. Now, I'm an analytics girl, so I got to keep my numbers and stuff. But keep a little simple spreadsheet. I want you to keep track of all of your contacts. And I also want you to keep track of something that you found out that's interesting to them. So, there are people out there that try to remember one small thing about everybody they meet. Like, for instance, I went to the Small Business Expo a few months ago, and one of the people that I met there, I realized that they're from Canada and they help small business owners to grow their brands by helping them to market in other strategic ways. So had I not remembered that about them when they reached out to me, because they did communicate with me as well after the event, I wouldn't have known who they were. So remember one small thing, and you don't have to remember everything, but write something down. Like, even if you get their business card, like, write it on the back of their business card. Like, she likes to travel and, she loves flying Southwest, something. Like, write down something that will connect you with that person. Because it'll help the conversation to continue to grow as well. Also, I want you to consider this. Consider the connections you've made in the past. And if those are connections that you felt helped to grow your business, think about something that you did to help nurture that relationship. Maybe that's something you can use going forward. If it didn't work, scratch it, go back to the drawing board and figure out new ways that you can connect. Also, stay consistent. I can't stress this enough. Reach out periodically with updates. What's going on in your brand? What's going on in your business? Are they having any successes that you need to congratulate them on? Or just check in on them. Sometimes people just need a check in. And it's not that big of a deal. You can drop an email or you can send a text message or just a quick phone call or a voice note. You can let them know that, hey, you ran across my mind. I was thinking about you. How's business? Is there anything I can do to help support you in any way? Because it shows that you value relationships beyond transactional purposes. Okay. Also, Collaborate and elevate. Look for ways to collaborate, whether it's co hosting an event, because I will have a ton of events coming up soon. And I'm going to need a few things from you guys because you're my community. So I'm coming to you first. I'm going to need keynote speakers. I'm going to need co hosts. I'm going to need people that, can help me to make our event. And I'm saying my event, your event, our event become a successful launch. Okay. And I also want to start featuring more people on my platform. So if you're interested in being a podcast guest, make sure you reach out to me. If you're interested in collaborating in photography, reach out to me. Now, I want it to be a beneficial relationship. So please do not inbox me asking me to do an entire shoot or elevate your brand experience for you, and you're not bringing anything to the table. That's a one-way street, and we do not do that. Okay. Make sure you bring something of value to the table. Next thing, are you co-working on projects? Do you have any big projects coming up? Reach out to that person that you met previously a few months ago and see if they will be interested in partnering with you. 90% of the people may even be available. Some people may not. It's the beginning of the year. Just try to see. Let me know how it goes. And also, collaborations deepen connections. They help you to create a mutual value. If you both value it mutually, you will go farther faster, okay? Than one person valuing it more than the other. Because I have been in business partnerships with people where I have given so much and I've gotten absolutely nothing. I don't want that for you. I want better for you. I'm a giver at heart. So for me, I expect to give. That's just who I am. But there are some people out there, as my uncle said, the givers don't stop giving and the takers never stop taking. So make sure you're connecting with people that are mutually beneficial for your partnership. Okay? Also, remember, strong relationships are built over time, not overnight. Consistency and authenticity are key. Those are some of the things I tell you guys all the time. Like, you can't do everything overnight, and it's okay to take your time to build meaningful relationships, but you have to stay consistent. Okay. Also, I just want to share a quick little networking story with you guys. This is something that I felt that helped elevate my brand. So when I first transitioned into entrepreneurship, I knew that I had to do something different. I knew I had to do things different. So I decided to surround myself with entrepreneurs that were going somewhere in their business. They were doing the right things. They weren't disrespectful to people. They weren't making other people feel that, they weren't good enough to be in a community with them, or that they made so much money that they were better than other people. I don't want to be around those type of people. And I don't want those type of people around me, because that's the wrong spirit. And so for me, I wanted to reach out to and connect with people who I inspired and that they inspired me as well. So I reached out to several individuals that I admired, and not to pitch myself, but to genuinely learn from them. It's almost like sitting at the feet of elders, where you're able to sit, learn, and also be able to give back to the relationship. So one of those connections ended up being in a brand partnership with me that has brought me a six-figure client. Okay. So when I tell you connections matter, connections really do matter. And that experience taught me the power of putting yourself out there, just being present and being intentional about who you are connecting with. So every connection you make has the potential to elevate you, but only if you nurture it. Now, again, it has to be somebody that is in the same mindset as you. So if you find people that are on some other stuff and, they are all about self, run. And I mean, run fast and don't look back. Okay. So here's the thing. I want to give you a few action items. So here is your action plan to elevate your business through networking and connections. Number one, join the Elevated Brand Society. Number two, make a list of 5 people that you would like to connect with this month. Do not wait till next month to do this. Do this today. Go get your notebook and sit down and find your top 5. And I want you to connect with them. Reach out with a clear purpose and an offer of value. Don't go over there asking them to promote you on their community platforms for free. Do not go over there asking them to give their services up for free, because we are business owners and we do not work for free, darling. Okay? Um and I also want you to schedule a follow-up system so that you can do that and stay in touch with people. Okay? So remember, networking isn't about quantity, it's about quality, because one client can change your life. One connection can change your income. One experience can take your brand to the next level. So focus on building a genuine and meaningful relationship, one that aligns with your brand and your vision. Okay? So that's it for Let's Talk the Elevated Brand podcast. I hope you felt inspired and equipped to take your networking and relationship management to the next level. So if you found this episode helpful, please share it with somebody who can benefit. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps us to find and reach more visitors and listeners just like you. Oh, hold up. One more thing before I hop out. I wanted to let you guys in on a few things that I am going to put out and start this year. So if you haven't already heard about it, the Elevate Your Brand Planner is available digital, and we are taking pre-orders for the hard copy. So first of all, I am so excited about this. So because you are a listener of mine, you will be able to grab a copy of that digital planner for only $47. Okay. And for those of you that purchase the Elevated Brand Digital Planner, when the hard copies get here, guess who's getting one? You. Okay, this is only for my community, because I want to pour back into you like you guys pour into me. And so if you haven't already snagged your copy, make sure you go ahead and get that, because it is time. It is January. You can start putting your goals, your plans in there. Now here's this. Here's the thing. This is for my faith-based community. So if you are not faith-based, this may not be the planner for you. But if you are like me, I'm a faith-based girly. So if you want to go ahead and grab that planner, go ahead and do that. It is for high achieving women, and it helps you to stay organized, intentional, and aligned with your business goals. And for those of you that love structure, I'm also going to release a 6-month version. So you can go ahead and get started with that and have that going while you're building out your plan for your money making plans for 2025, or whatever your plans are. But it's going to help you stay engaged year round. Number 2. So this is a little secret that I have kind of been keeping on the back end. I'm going to have a summit this year, and it's going to be called the Elevate Your Brand Summit. The Elevate Your Brand Summit is going to be in October of this year, 2025. And I want you to go ahead and mark your calendars now, because the summit is coming and it's going to be epic. And it is going to be the event of the year for professionals. And I need you guys' support. So if you know any small business owners, entrepreneurs that would be a perfect fit for coming to this summit, make sure you reach out to me. I will get you the link so that they can go ahead and sign up right now and get their tickets before everybody else finds out about this, because I haven't shared it with anybody else. You guys are the first to hear about it. Also, it will be a 3-day event, and we will have a ton of hands-on workshops, networking, transformation strategies, and things that can help you to take your business and your leadership brands to the next level. I am all about elevating. So if you stick with me, we're going to get you there. Okay. And I want you to stay tuned for more information. And also the sign up link will be available later on today. If not today, tomorrow, I'll get that out to you. And also the Elevate You Mini Mastermind. So it's a 4-week class. And this is my baby right now. Now, granted, all of the other things that I have going on is my baby, but this is going to be a 4-week intensive where you have an opportunity to come and work with me at a fraction of the cost. And I'm going to tell you what's included. Okay. So you'll be able to come in and work on your mindset. You're going to have a mindset shift strategies and things that you can do to get out of that funk, because a lot of people are still stuck in 2024 and the things that didn't go right for them in 2023, and some people are holding on from stuff from 2020. I want to help you to get out of it. I want you to get clear on your goals and your strategies and what you're trying to do to go to the next level. We're going to have strategic planning. We're also going to have a personal growth experience. So I want you to prepare to join me in the Elevate You mini masterclass. Now, first of all, if you are hearing this webinar today, January 3rd, 2025, you can join the first free mastermind class on Saturday. So we're going to be doing those on Saturday. So if you would like to hop in, see what it's about, learn about what we're going to be talking about, it's a great segue for you to get in there and get your feet wet with the information, the tools, and all of the course curriculum. We'll be talking about it. So I want you to consider joining us, and I'll drop the link for that as well. And also, I want you guys to grow in this season. I don't want you holding on to things that no longer serve you. I want you to let it go. This is what this mastermind is about. And spots are limited because guess what? I'm the coach, I'm the brand strategist, and I can't take everybody. Okay. I only want 10 people per month. If we can get those 10 in, that would be perfect. I don't want to go over 10, 15 max, seriously, because you guys are going to be working with me one-on-one, and I want to make sure I keep it exclusive and also keep it personable and relatable, because I don't want to just be doing it for the masses. I want to do it so that we can have our calls, we can have our meetings. You'll be able to meet with me once a week. We're going to go over everything you have going on, everything you have planned, because I want to help you to elevate. Time out for playing and time out for playing small. Okay. And also, one last reminder, my coaching and photography books are open for 2025. If you are interested, reach out to me or click the link below and you can go ahead and sign up for photography and coaching, and or both. So if you're ready to elevate your brand, now is the time to lock in your session or your consultation before my calendar fills up. So I love you guys so, so much. I hope you enjoyed this podcast today, and I hope that I will see you soon as a podcast host. So go ahead and contact me for any of the offers and details that I've shared with you today. I love you guys so, so much. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys on the elevated side. Stay elevated, keep shining, and keep doing your very best. I see you. I'm proud of you. Oh, let's go ahead and wrap with prayer. I cannot forget that, because I am so honored and grateful you guys, for you guys sticking with me, for you guys rocking with me, and for being a part of my community, the elevated community. So with that being said, Father God, thank you for my community. Thank you for everybody that has tuned in, everybody that has been a part, everybody has shared, like, commented, anybody that has decided to be a part of this community. God, I thank you for them. I ask that you bless their lives and enrich them with every opportunity that they deserve. Grant them favor and peace, and I ask that you cover them and keep them safe, keep their family safe, and everybody that's connected to me. In Jesus' name I pray. And I also just want to say, continue doing your best. Love you guys. All right. Bye. See you next week.